you're fucking tired about overthinking, and you cannot even do the stuff that you want or work in your dreams just because you're always thinking maybe or what your parents think about that, or your friends, or your girlfriend, or your boyfriend. So on this video, I just wanna be super clear, and I just wanna say the truth and expose how I am living the life that I want. So who is this man? What we're talking about? Who like what I mean by that? This man, it was Marco Aurelius. For those who are a little bit lost, or maybe you don't have any idea about this man, and well, his philosophy is Stoicism, and there is so many books that you can do a little bit of research. Meditation from Marco Aurelius is a very good book. Actually, it's one of my favorite ones. But like the reason that I'm making this video is because I want to talk about this, right? I want to talk about one principle. We are going to prioritize one principle about this philosophy, about Stoicism. Sorry. So because there is more, the one that you have to remember that you are gonna die one day. So we are not gonna be here forever, and making sure that everyone's around you, everyone is going to die. So we are here for a reason. And if it's all on your hands to take action and to take the responsibility that requires to start working on yourself, to start working on your own goals. And that's what I wanted to talk about on this video, right? Because nowadays, because of social media, I'm a person who works on social media, and I do really understand how this actually works, because I learn how to actually use this filter and control what is under my control, right? So we are gonna go deeper about this, okay? And basically, Stoicism teach that we should focus on our energy and what is winning our control, our thoughts, action, and judgments, and accept what is not, like external events, other people's actions, other people's thoughts. So let's go deeper about this. So let's get started. So with that being said, that you know that you are gonna die one day, and the people that is around you, your family, your girl, whatever, your friends, they are gonna die one day, and you as well. So with that being said, it doesn't make sense. So with that being said, it's one of the most hardest part. So with that being said, what is the point of overthinking what other people thinks about you, about your decisions, about your actions? And I know it sounds like it's easy to say, but it's hard to apply. But with this methodology, with this philosophy, you can start basically doing it in a small percent, okay? So let me tell you why this is so important, and why if you are not doing this, you are wasting time, and you are literally acting from the fear and not from the deepest of your heart, right? Because if we go deeper, and I'm talking with you with for example, with a normal conversation, and we are talking about our goals, we are talking about our actions, or the way that we see life, is actually the way that we see life. So my way is not going to be your way. And you have to understand that even if it's a conversation with your parents, even if it's a conversation with your girlfriend or your friends, because in today's world, it's really hard to do what you want, and when you want, and basically where you want, because we are the whole time consuming, social media. We are with so many distractions. We are influenced by politics, by the place where we live, by the people that we surround. So if we go back ages, Marco Aurelio, it was super clear, right? So think about on those things that you can actually control. What you can control is your thoughts and your actions. What you cannot control is what other people think about your decisions, your physique, your whatever. And you have to understand that, even if it's like something that you say, yeah, but I think that I can change their mindset or my parents' mindset, and I can tell that if you have this mentality, you are already lost. You have more than the, I don't know, 90% lost, because it's a completely wrong approach, because you cannot change what they think about you or why their thoughts, because it's like they are their own thoughts. So once you understand that, it's when you start not giving a fuck about what other people thinks about you. So you start losing this fear, where you are actually acting from your own decisions, from your own thoughts, without any influence from someone else. Did that make sense? So I know, like I'd say at the beginning, I know it's easy to say, but it's hard to apply. But let me tell you why this is so powerful, and why this is so powerful, and why it actually changed my life. Because at the beginning, I was with this mentality where I was trying to understand what other people say about me, and start like accepting advice from someone else that is not in the place that I want to be. And that was my fault. It was my fault to have these thoughts from people who are outside of my environment, outside of my my close people. And even if they are close, it doesn't make any difference, because like I said at the beginning, your own thoughts and your own mental, like the way that you see life is gonna be like your way. So even if it's your parents, your girlfriend, it doesn't make sense to overthink what they say. I'm not saying that you don't have to talk with your parents. I'm not saying that you have to not, I don't know, talk with your girlfriend about your goals. I'm saying that what other people says to you, what other, I don't know, stuff happens to you, surround, close to you on your life, the only thing that is gonna change is how do you react. So how do you react is going to determine your future. And the way that you see these things coming to you, and you start understanding this is something that is under my control and have a solution, and this is something that is out of my control, and I cannot even like change that. Why? Like, what is the point of making you stress about that and making you questions, or overthinking about your decisions, if it's something that you cannot even like change, because it's out of your control? If you're hanging out with your friends Saturday night, you are chill at home with your guys, and someone of your friends is cooking something, or is, I don't know, order pizza or whatever, and the delivery, I don't know, is late like 20 minutes. You cannot control that, right? So what is the point of making you stress about that, overthinking and say this and that? It doesn't make any sense, because you are wasting energy and you are wasting time. So imagine this example, which is like a small sample. Imagine when it comes to take a decision, that you have to, I don't know, move out of your place, move out to other country. What is gonna happen if you make problem, like if you waste time with such a small thing? In the future, it's gonna be basically the same or even worse, because this is a habit, right? You cannot change in one day. This philosophy, it requires time, but you have to understand the concept, the first principle, which is control what is under your control and don't control what is out of your control. That's the whole point. That's the reason that I moved out of my country, that I start living a completely different lifestyle, that I start working on my goals, on my physique, and I start not giving a fuck what other people reacts or says about me, or says about my decisions. Because that's where you start living. That's where, like, actually I can tell you that I'm happy, because happiness is not like a point that you have to reach. It's a lifestyle. So if I'm being honest with you, I'm super clear on this video. The question is, why not? Why not take this mentality, this philosophy, and start applying into your personal thoughts, into your personal environment? Because that's where everything starts. With a small action is where you start accumulating small wins, and over time you are gonna have success. It's like the law of detachment. It's basically that. It's basically the same. So that was the video for today, and yeah, thank you for all the. So yeah, that was the video. So yeah, that was the video for today, and I do really appreciate your time. And if you want to change your routine, if you want to go for more, if you want to build confidence and actually start the living that you deserve with the physique that you want, always wanted, basically you're gonna have the link of the calendar, where we are gonna have a quick conversation to see if you're a good fit and if this coaching makes sense for you. So yeah, see you on the next one.